All right, for real. If you're anything like me and you watch the last 3 videos that I posted, I fucking needed to take a shower because that dude is disgusting. The thing that drives me crazy is, and I know everybody has their own beliefs, and I respect that. I respect anybody's beliefs, but here's my opinion. He really did deserve to go to a mental hospital. And I know people will say, like, oh, that's the easy way out, this and that. It's not. It's the same as a jail, except usually you're more medicated up to be less temperamental, depending on your condition. And the reason why I know this was working at the Denver VA for years. There were only 2 floors that had a hand scanner that you place your hand on and it reads everything on your hand. You put your eye to this little, Oculus thing, and then you swipe your badge, and if it was all clear, it'd beep and you could go in. I had access to everything in every floor since I was a supervisor. Not to every floor, because the other floor, which is the pharmacy, that was directly for pharmaceutical staff. And sometimes we had to deal with these hardcore narcotics coming back because the patient was either deceased or didn't leave a forwarding address. And yeah, I mean, I kept my head looking down the whole time. Like, I didn't want to look up and be blamed. Like, why are you looking at this? Like, I'm not looking at anything but my 2 feet. So can we get this shit over and done with? It's like, get the hell out of here. I mean, he would have needed to go to a psych ward. Nobody in their right mind is going to be eating their own feces, putting that shit on the wall. I mean, I know and have heard prisoners do it. They're just bored out of their goddamn mind, or they feel like they're being disrespected, which is the funniest shit ever. Because, I mean, you give respect to get respect. And a lot of the times I don't see those guys doing that, but that's neither here nor there. Um, you know, everybody makes mistakes, everybody, but this guy, he did it to himself over and over and over for many years, and that's just, ugh, his story is sickening. But on a better note, let's try something out a little bit different. Oh shit, wait, you know what? I have a question to ask you guys. I'm gonna pause it real quick and see if anybody answers me on this question. So give me one moment. Okay, so this is my problem. I recently just ordered this exact one, and I don't know how to transpose anything onto a green screen. I'm, like I said, fairly new to, even editing when the software used to edit like a champ. But this was my next stage in getting and continuing to get my, channel more recognition. Word of mouth is one of them, so I hope you guys speak highly and say, hey, this dude actually does give away stuff, because I'm sure the person who won the first item uh, will definitely post something about it. Just to confirm, I'm just saying, I don't know. She may not. And I said who it was. Well, gender. But yes, a woman won it, but I'm not biased. Guys could win whatever I hit a certain milestone, or you guys are able to help me out. I always do a giveaway or $100 cash card or whatever it may be. So, but back to this. I want to know how you transpose stuff onto the screens. So if somebody out there knows, please hit me up. My email is Cisco CISCO 213 R's and Robert, Z as in zebra at gmail.com. Just let me know how one person is to do this, because I'm thoroughly lost. The second part, I keep on trying to find the email and I can't find it anywhere. I've looked up and down, left and right, in the spam box and everything. From Adobe, it was in an Adobe a PDF type file, and I can't find it anywhere. Do you guys know if? I'm sure you could go to Adobe and ask them if they could email you some of the information to transpose that stuff, because that to me, I'm just like, wow, like this is reading ancient ass hieroglyphs, because I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing. That's why I dummy down and got this one, but it doesn't do shit, so it is what it is. So instead of really like creeping you out from a sicko, let's find out what people did to try to freak us out this time. This will be on Slapped Ham. The creepy footage can unlock your door. Okay, I don't know about all that, but let's see what he got going on there. He has a large following too. I think he took over Nuke's top 5. What does he have now? 2.86. God, I wish Nukes would get back to his regular schedule, because he's been posting very like randomly. But anyways, let's get into this. See what this is about.
What the is this thing?
William, William!
It's a bear.
How you doing? I'm Callan, and this is Slapped Ham. Today we're looking at some mysterious clips that can't quite be explained. So hit that subscribe button and get ready for more creepy content. Just like this. When you head out for a relaxing hike in nature, you may be hoping to spot some local animals along the way. However, if you're like Instagrammer Adam Bonini, you might see something that makes you hesitant to return to that area ever again. The Instagrammer, along with a friend, were travelling in Japan when they decided to catch a tram to the top of Mount Hiei. From there, they began to hike down to the bottom. Unfortunately, the pair quickly found themselves lost in the dense forest. As they navigated their way down the mountainside, they came across a dam. Take a look at what they saw inside.
What the is this thing?
So we stumbled upon the most questionable kind of thing we've seen so far. Let me show you.
Is that a one continuous?
What is this?
In the first seconds of the footage, we see what appears to be a dark brown or black tentacle extending from the water.
What the is this thing?
So we stumbled upon.
The camera then pans back, revealing that it's actually attached to a worm-like creature.
Let me show you.
Fuck worms,
It winds
man. I
over
hate
itself in
worms.
such a way that makes it difficult to estimate its actual size.
What is this?
As the hikers continued their journey, they also captured several photos, one of which shows a sign with writing scratched out in the direction that they had just come from. Could this have been a warning from a previous visitor to stay away from the dam? If anyone can identify the strange worm-like creature, would love to hear about it in the comments section down below.
The most questionable kind of thing we've
That's
seen
weird.
so far. Let me show you. What is this?
This next photo was shared to our Slapped Ham subreddit by user Nova Knives. It was supposedly taken by their pregnant friend as she attempted to show off her baby bump. However, when she looked at the picture, she was shocked to see an extra hand resting on her belly. The
Refraction.
hand almost looks mist-like and has an ethereal quality to it.
No, it's a reflection. You could tell.
While one might initially be able to explain this anomaly as double exposure or a trick of the light, note that the woman is actually holding the camera in her left hand. That means that the ghostly hand couldn't belong to her, as you can clearly see her other hand resting on her stomach as well.
The pinky could have been the
One
support
viewer
part.
noted that they didn't think the ghost wanted to hurt the baby, but rather wanted to say, "Hi, I'm here to protect you."
I'm sorry, but to me that looks like the refraction of some sort. The camera just not being able to read, because I mean, the rest of the photo looks pretty pixelated, so it's not a high definition photo, and it honestly looks like almost like with the pinky part, like if you're like cradling the bottom of a camera. I mean, that's how it kind of looks to me, but that's just my opinion. This I think is garbage.
Here to protect you. The photo continues to stir up debate online, with some believing it's actually a hoax. Others think that the angle of the hand clearly shows that it belongs to another entity and not the woman herself. So what do you think's going on in this photo then? Does the hand really belong to a ghost? Or is there another way to explain this eerie presence? Many people believe that there is intelligent life on other planets. Some even think that these beings possess the ability to travel to Earth. Does this next piece of footage show evidence that this could be the case? Take a look and judge for yourself.
William! William, there! William!
Recorded in 2007, the video was captured by a Costa Rican carpenter named Marvin Badia. He was at work at the time when a strange buzzing sound suddenly caught his attention. Much to his shock, he saw a saucer-shaped object flying in the air not far from him. He grabbed his camera and immediately began filming.
William! William, there! William!
All that the sound is like a drill in the background. I don't know what buzz he's talking about, but see, that's a drill.
According to Badia, the object was about the size of a large tractor wheel, not large enough to hold a person. However, experts have suggested that it could have been some sort of probe or drone that was piloted remotely. When Badia turned away briefly to call out his colleague, the saucer flew away. His colleague never saw the object but stated that Badia was excited about the incident. As the clip was recorded on an old Motorola phone, the footage is low quality. However, this also means that it would have been difficult to manipulate. Luckily, Redditor Disaster Big has shared a slow-motion stabilized version of the video. Here we get a clearer view of the object. It appears to be dark grey in colour, and the outer edge seems to be rotating. Note that this footage was captured back in 2007, well before drones were widely available to consumers. There have been many clips over the years that claim to show spacecraft from other planets. However, many consider this footage to be some of the most compelling. So what do you think? Does this video really show an alien craft? We'll leave that up to you to decide.
William! William, there! William!
There's no denying that modern technology can do some pretty impressive things, but can it actually detect ghosts? This video was posted to Reddit by user 011010001100. It shows a car driving through a graveyard in the middle of the night. Everything outside the car is dark and there's little to illuminate the area except for the vehicle's headlights.
Next exit.
In the footage, we see the view outside of the windshield as well as a screen that shows potential obstacles near the car.
Okay, it's been a few minutes. I cannot, I'm not spotting anybody so far.
For the first few minutes, the system doesn't show anything unusual. However, the driver suddenly stops when it seems to detect a pedestrian on the road just in front of the car.
What the Yo, fucking saw that.
The camera holder pans around the dark cemetery, showing that there's clearly no one around.
Other than that, what the it disappeared.
A few seconds pass and the system detects more movement.
Nobody's here.
This time it suggests that there are two more pedestrians a few meters from the vehicle on the left-hand side.
Okay, I'm gonna... Yo, y'all see that?
Just like before, we can see that there's no one there.
Yo, y'all see that? Nobody's here.
Suddenly, another person appears to begin walking right towards the car.
Oh my god! That's it. I'm getting out of here.
On first viewing, the clip certainly seems unnerving. However, several viewers have pointed out some inconsistencies. The poster claims that the car's using LIDAR, a technology that employs lasers to determine distance. However, several viewers have noted that the car is actually a Tesla and that they don't use this type of technology.
Yo, saw that.
They propose that in this case, the car's cameras are actually mistaking the gravestones as pedestrians due to the low light.
Okay, I'm gonna. Yo, see that? Nobody's here.
So what do you think? Is it possible for this sort of technology to really sense spirits? Or is it the system simply making an error? Love to know where you land on this in the comments down below.
Oh my god! That's it. I'm getting out of here.
This next piece of mysterious footage was uploaded to Reddit by user I Broke the Box. It shows a bizarre object flying through the air. At the start of the clip, all we can see is a clear blue sky. Everything looks normal in the light of day. However, as the camera zooms in, a strange object suddenly comes into view. As the video continues, the object then appears to change shape and colour. It looks as though it's made of some sort of shiny metal, as it seems to reflect the sun's light.
Where did they say it was from?
Some who have seen the clip have theorised that it might be a flat circular object that's rotating in the sky. This could explain why at times it looks like a thin line and others a round sphere or cylinder. The object certainly fits the description of many other UFO sightings, yet not all viewers are convinced that this footage shows an alien visitor. Some think it's more likely to be a mylar balloon or even a kite. Unfortunately, without more information, this sighting will have to remain a mystery, at least for the time being. Before we take a look at a sighting of what many are calling a strange cryptid, remember to hit that subscribe button, then tickle that little bell icon there and turn on all channel notifications. That way you'll be in the loop every time we drop our scary and creepy videos. What would you do if you saw a strange, unidentified creature lurking in the bushes? If you're like Redditor Eater Cheddar, you might record a video and post it to the internet for all to see. The clip, which was filmed at night time, focuses on a bush in the distance. Suddenly, its leaves and branches begin to thrash about. If you look closely, you can actually see there appears to be something hiding within the foliage. A few seconds pass, and something runs from the bush. Take a look. Although its appearance is brief, the creature doesn't seem to resemble any known animal. It looks large and hairy and runs on all fours. It moves fast, quickly disappearing from sight. The Redditor who posted the video believes that the creature might be a duende, a mythical creature comparable to a gnome or elf. These creatures are typically known to cause mischief. However, the duende is actually depicted as distinctly humanoid, whereas the creature in this footage looks more like an animal. It's also been suggested that the creature resembles a cryptid known as the Mapinguari. While this beast is also often described as a humanoid, some say that its appearance is more like that of a giant ground sloth. The Mapinguari is said to have long brown hair and large claws. Some accounts even describe the creature as having a single eye and a mouth in its abdomen. While this footage alone is not enough to definitively prove the identity of this creature, there is little denying that it certainly does look strange. So what do you think it could be? Is it really a mythical cryptid, or is there another way to describe its odd appearance? Let your theories rip on this one in the comments down below.
Hey, bro.
Now, if you can't get enough of the old slap.
So a lot of these ghost videos, quote unquote, are getting pretty lame lately. I remember I loved watching all these ghost videos, and yeah, they just aren't doing it for me. I don't know. I'm down to start another one. you guys. Hope you're still here. And I appreciate the 3 of you that are. Completely. Let's find another one. Let's see if there's one anywhere on here that might give us the creeps. Soldiers spooked by... Oh, you best believe if I'm a soldier on watch and I see somebody like that, like a woman coming my way, I'm emptying as many clips as they give me, man. Hope to God she didn't need help or something. How'd it go?
Hey, I'm Callan and this is Slapped Ham. Today we're looking at some super scary clips that are starting to freak the internet out. So hit that subscribe button and get ready for more creepy content. Just like this. If you're interested in supposedly haunted locations, look no further than the Malabar Farm State Park in Lucas, Ohio. In 1896, this farm was the site of a grisly crime when Celie Rose murdered her 3 family members with poison.
Wow.
Since then, visitors to the farm report seeing and hearing strange anomalies that they can't quite explain. One story even tells of a young child who visited the farm and saw the ghost of Celie Rose sitting on a chair by the window. This video, shared by USA Today and the North Paranormal Society, may show proof of these hauntings in action. In the clip, the North Paranormal Society decides to spend the night on the premises to see if they can capture any ghostly activity. According to the ghost hunters, during their stay, several pieces of their equipment randomly stopped working.
Which just stops at random seconds and just pauses.
One member also claims that while attempting to speak to the spirits, he heard a disembodied voice say the phrase, "I am God."
I said, "Who are you?" I was like, "I'm God." Who are you?
As the news crew conduct their interview with the investigators, something inexplicable happens to their camera. Take a look. As you can see, the footage suddenly becomes shaky. The reporter notes that the intense vibration didn't stop until the crew had powered down their equipment.
The intense vibration didn't stop until we powered down.
After the segment aired, several viewers recounted tales they had heard of the farm, and even told stories from family or friends who had stayed there and experienced bizarre events themselves. So what do you think? Is this farm's dark past responsible for these supposedly supernatural experiences? Or is there another way to explain the strange goings-on at this historic farm?
That's weird.
If you thought the film Poltergeist was scary, then you'll probably find this next
it was like
clip
the least
downright
scary
terrifying.
movie ever.
When Southeast London resident Ian Hawke live-streamed his experience of dealing with a supposedly angry spirit, the event was caught on camera for all to see. With the help of paranormal investigator Danny Taylor, the pair confront the entity with a series of questions. Firstly, they ask any spirits present to reveal themselves. Seconds later, one seemingly does.
Anything, come on please, anything.
As you can see, a mug seems to fly off the table.
Anything, come on please, anything.
Hawke immediately freaks out and claims he's leaving, at which point Taylor, the ghost hunter, tells Hawke not to antagonize the spirit any further.
Now, I'm not being funny people, I'm going.
Because you're antagonizing?
Yeah, but I'm not antagonizing, I just asked.
Soon after this, more activity is caught on film.
This demon thing come up earlier.
Taylor's paranormal communication device then shows the word chat, seeming implying that the entity wants to speak.
Yeah, but look, it's come up with chat. I'm not going to sit here having things thrown at me. Hello?
Don't worry.
Hawke then calls out hello and asks the ghost to show itself. In response, the mug on the ground suddenly moves again.
You there? Hello? If you're there, please show yourself. There's phone at me!
Perhaps the freakiest part of the experience is that at one point the device shows the word Hawke, as if suggesting that the spirit wished to speak directly to Ian.
It's just come on the name Water.
Word Hawke has just come up.
But as in the name.
As in the name. Seriously, that has just come... No, my phone's gone flat.
Remarkably, all this supposed paranormal activity takes place in front of a live audience. Still, several skeptically minded viewers thought that the whole thing might have simply been a well-orchestrated stunt designed to attract some views. While this is a possibility, Hawke's panic seems genuine throughout the clip.
Hello? If you're there, please show yourself. There's phone at me!
So what do you think? Real or fake? Take another look at the video and judge for yourself.
We had Manifest and we had the flipping incubus demon thing come up earlier.
A shaky clothesline. While this may not sound all that scary, a video that shows exactly that has been freaking people out online and causing yet another paranormal debate. The footage captured by Lyndsey Mann of Thorpe, UK shows viewers the clothesline in her backyard, which at first is completely still.
It stopped. Let's check down there.
She then walks around for a moment before turning the camera back to the clothesline once again. This time it's now moving, seemingly all on its own.
Oh my god, that is weird. What is it, Lindsay? I don't know because it's not on wind, is it?
Man panics and moves away as several other voices in the background can be heard, all sounding just as bewildered by what's happening as Man herself.
Oh my god, that is weird. What is it, Lindsay? I don't know because it's not on wind, is it?
They note that there's no wind outside that could be causing the movement, nor could it be the result of a mild earthquake as there's nothing else shaking in the background.
The earthquake. No, we'll feel it, won't we? Yeah, but it's doing something. I don't know, but...
One of the off-camera voices then suggests that it could actually be a mole or some other similar critter that's burrowing underground. However, the camera operator insists that moles aren't that strong.
Might be moles under grass or something. Well, they've gone here to have a look. Oh no. A mole surely is not that strong.
Interestingly, several viewers believe that the strange movement could have been the beginning of a sinkhole. Unfortunately, the video ends without any evidence that this was actually the case. Naturally, the discussion turned to the paranormal for answers, with one viewer in particular suggesting that it could have been the work of a poltergeist.
I don't even believe in ghosts. But I
Bet
don't
you do
know
now.
what that is. Right, let's go in because that's horrible. Right.
So what do you think could have been responsible for the clothesline's bizarre movement? Is there a natural way to explain it? Or could it really have been the result of a restless spirit attempting to make contact? Let me know your theory in the comments section down below.
But I don't even know what that is.
This next clip on our list is unfortunately brief. That and the fact that there's little accompanying information makes it hard to ascertain whether it is indeed real or fake. Still, it's hard to deny that it is creepy, and if proven to be real, could well be some of the best paranormal evidence ever captured. The video uploaded to YouTube by Cerberus seems to show something walking down a flight of stairs. Judging by the narrator's voice, the clip seems to be of Japanese origin. In it, we see the camera pan around an empty structure. Then it stops by a long, dark hallway. This is where we get a glimpse of a mysterious figure. At first, it's difficult to see. However, when the footage is brightened, we're able to get a better look. There, in the middle of frame, is a transparent figure with dark hair and black eyes. We can see that it moves towards the camera just before the video abruptly ends. If you look closely, it actually appears as though the supposed ghost is aware that it's being filmed. In fact, it seems to stare directly into the lens. Is there another way to explain this mysterious sighting beside it being a ghost? Let me know what you think down below. YouTuber Michael D. McGee is no stranger to the paranormal. He's been uploading his creepy encounters since 2010, and in that time has amassed a substantial amount of supernatural evidence. In this clip, we see the YouTuber's kitchen at night time. In the top left-hand corner, there's also the viewpoint from a Microsoft Xbox Kinect camera. These devices possess the ability to sense movement, and so, in theory, might be able to capture the movement of ghosts. For about 30 seconds, all seems quiet. Then suddenly, a cupboard door flings open all on its own before quickly slamming shut. A few moments later, it reopens. If you pay attention to the Kinect camera footage in the top corner, you can see the brief flicker of a humanoid figure. However, the main camera view clearly shows there's no one in the kitchen. The video then cuts to some time later where the same mysterious figure appears once more. Viewers seemed at a loss to logically explain this mysterious event. Some joked that the YouTuber seemed to have a ghost in their kitchen who was stealing their food. Others took the potential haunting a little more seriously. Whether or not this truly does show a ghost is still open for debate. However, the fact that the Kinect camera managed to capture a human-shaped figure lurking in the darkness just as the cupboard door flings open certainly lends validity to this supposed supernatural sighting. Sometimes the scariest events are not the most extravagant, but rather little anomalies that we can't quite explain. This seems to be the case in this video shared to YouTube by Prozone All-in-One TM. In the brief clip, we see a pair of glasses resting on a table. Suddenly, they begin to move all on their own. The glasses slowly turn around and we can see their frames start to shake. The glasses continue to move for over a minute as they slowly vibrate their way around the table. While the title suggests that the strange movement of the glasses is the work of a ghost, there's actually little context provided, which makes it difficult to get a firm grasp on what it is we're actually witnessing. At the time of posting, there were no comments on the video either. So what do you think we're seeing? Genuine poltergeist behaviour or some sort of trick? Take another look at the clip and let me know what you think in the comments section down below. Many abandoned buildings are never truly abandoned. Sometimes they harbour people seeking shelter, attract bored teenagers, or play home to rats and other animals. But what about the supernatural? YouTuber Paranormal Disorder managed to capture this footage while exploring an old dilapidated structure. Peering through a broken window, the YouTuber calls out to any resident spirits to make themselves known.
Just need you to do something real quick.
Seconds later, something's caught on camera.
Need you to say something real quick to me in my phone.
Watching that again, we can see a disembodied shadow cross the screen from right to left.
Me and my phone.
It can be difficult to see at first. However, if you pay attention to the top left corner, you should be able to see the anomaly.
Oh, up top.
The uploader claims there were no cars passing the area as he was recording, nor was there anyone else nearby that could have caused the shadow. He continues to pan the camera, once again calling out to the spirits.
Feel free to walk past the hall, the door, so I can maybe see you.
Nothing eventful happens for about 10 seconds, when suddenly another disembodied shadow can be seen.
Got real blurry.
Just like the first, this one moves from right to left before vanishing from sight.
Got real blurry.
Viewers' opinions are divided on this footage. Despite what the uploader stated in the description, it seems that a vehicle can be heard at one point in the video, suggesting it might be responsible for the passing shadows.
See you. Got real blurry.
Still, it seems very suspicious that these shadows appeared immediately after the uploader asked the spirits to reveal themselves.
Just need you to do something real quick.
So ultimately, this one's a mystery, and I'll throw this one out to you, the viewer. What do you think's been captured in this strange footage?
Got real blurry.
Before we take a look at some scary footage captured by some on-duty soldiers, remember to caress that subscribe button, then tickle that little bell icon there, and turn on all channel notifications. That way you'll be in the loop every time we drop our scary and mysterious videos. You know something's eerie when it spooks a soldier. In this video, uploaded by MarGuru58 on YouTube, we get to see two soldiers getting spooked while on duty in Singapore. The soldiers spend the first 20 seconds of the video chatting outside.
And look at what we are doing. Nothing down here, man. What?
Suddenly, a horrific shrieking sound can be heard echoing through the darkness.
So romantic down here. Hey, what the f that?
It's fake.
One of the soldiers pulls out his walkie-talkie and begins speaking into it.
Hey, what's that sound, man? Better report it.
A few seconds later, the screaming can be heard yet again. Then the soldiers notice a womanly figure standing by the gate. She has dark hair and appears to be wearing a long white dress or robe. The two soldiers yell in panic before the clip abruptly ends. In the video's description, the uploader suggests that the terrifying figure could actually be a Pontianak, a vengeful female spirit said to prey on men. They're thought to seek revenge on the living for misfortune that they had suffered in their past. If this truly is the case, then it's little wonder that the men were terrified. We can only hope that nothing more sinister happened to them.
Yep, I would have been pissed.
If you can't get enough of the old slap,
I mean, literally
don't
pissed. I
worry,
would have
we've
pissed
got you
myself if something
covered.
like that happened.
Check out that link on the top there for some more.
That would be scary. I don't blame him for that one. So we put those two together. I hope you guys enjoy it. Let's see, what time is it? It's not too late, is it? I know my generation, we'd be in bed. We should be in bed by now, but it's... Oh. 10 till. 10 till 11. So for those of you who are up, let's see here. I'll pump out one more or two. Let's go a different direction this time. I will upload this and I will be back. Peace.